26 rangers to maintain the peace of an entire state. There were many who felt it couldn't be done. And several recent arrivals in Nogales were thoroughly in accord with this opinion. These men had made hundreds of headlines with their criminal exploits. They were known from the Dakotas to the Rio Grande as the Wild Bunch, and they specialized in train robbery. Unique in the annals of frontier lawlessness, most of them practiced fastidious taste, both in clothing and in women. Intelligent, well-organized, they professed contempt for the law in general and for the small company of Arizona Rangers in particular. On the 14th of June, 1901, they intended to prove this with a daring escapade.
For nothing, Captain. The rancher says he doesn't want to prosecute after all. Sorry, Captain, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, you don't have to go, Travis. All right, Miss Bender, let's get back to it. You say you're a school teacher.
That's right. I'm a school teacher.
Where did you teach?
I was working in Bisbee.
How long ago?
Just a little while ago.
We can check on that.
Well, let's see. I guess it must have been 4 or 5 months ago.
And what have you been doing since?
Traveling.
On what you made as a school teacher, you were able to travel for 4 or 5 months?
I saved up for it.
But this morning you were arrested for shoplifting.
I tell you, I wasn't shoplifting. I just took those things outside to see the color in the daylight.
And was the daylight so much better halfway down the street? Now, Miss Bender, the shoplifting charge is between you and the local police. We're interested in these railroad timetables we found in your room. Why, you have timetables for every railroad in the West. How do you explain that? I
told you. I've been traveling. People use timetables when they travel, don't they?
What do you know about the hole-in-the-wall gang, Miss Bender?
The what?
They're also called the Wild Bunch, train robbers.
I don't know anything about them.
They travel high, wide, and fancy, and keep 2 or 3 pretty girls with them. Aren't you one of those girls, Miss Bender?
Thank you for calling me pretty. But I'm not one of those girls.
You ready, honey?
You didn't really think you could keep me here, did you?
You stay right where you are.
Where's the man who just came in here? Just disappeared and nobody knows where. How's the man I hit?
Bullet in the thigh. Dunning and Peters moved him to the jail.
Can he talk?
No, he can, but he won't. He's one of the Wild Bunch. Got a poster on him.
How about the girl?
Well, she's in a cell, too. Took nerve coming right into this office after her.
If that girl was shoplifting, they must be pretty low on money.
Right. They'll be pulling another train robbery fast, and in our own backyard.
How about letting me handle this case?
You're taking the girl up to Tucson.
Why send me up there when the job is down here?
Travis, the biggest problem we have in this case is lack of information. Nobody wants to tell us anything. These are thieving killers. The public seems to think they're a bunch of Robin Hoods.
All right, so let me stay here and go after them.
No. I want to draw the gang into another try at freeing the girl. Somebody in the outfit thinks a lot of her. And if you take her out of here, they'll come after her. And when they do, they move into a trap. Within the hour, the Nogales press was told that Mary Bender was being moved north under conditions of maximum security. Travel arrangements were to remain secret. Go ahead, Travis. We'll be covering you.
Right. We're ready now.
Anything you say, Ranger.
Seems like you and your prisoner are going to be my only passengers, Mr. Travis.
We planned it that way.
You're not afraid of me, are you?
Now, what's with that idea in your head?
I sit over here. You sit over there.
Why don't you sit back and relax, Miss Thunder? It's going to be a long ride.
Bad. Beats that monthly jail.
Doesn't seem too bad to me. Spending the night here.
Hotel. How nice. Being very kind to me. I thought I'd have to spend the night in jail. Ranger,
Yes?
I'm beginning to realize what a fool I was to get into a mess like this.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Would you help me?
How?
I thought, well, maybe after I get out of this, that you might be able to help me get another teaching job. Maybe not teaching. Maybe some other kind of work. Anything.
I might be able to do that.
A lot of people know you. You're a ranger. People think a lot of rangers. They'd listen to you.
If you want to try for a new start, I wouldn't turn you down.
You will help me then.
If you're on the level.
Be worth taking a chance on that, wouldn't it?
What are you sneaking, double-crossing?
I'll bring you back some supper. I was wondering where you'd be.
Where's the girl?
She's peeved at me. I've got her handcuffed to a bed.
Well, how's it going?
I find it very enjoyable.
Never mind about that. You've got a job to do. What time do you leave in the morning?
7 o'clock.
Good. You better get yourself some dinner. I'll keep an eye on the girl till you get back.
Take it easy, Mr. Travis. You like to broke me all up inside.
What started this?
I don't know. I was sitting there eating and they lit on me like a buffalo stampede.
You know them?
Never saw them before in my life.
Come on, we'll get you to the doctor.
This is a wonderful breakfast. Thank you, Mr. Travis.
Thank the Arizona Rangers. They're paying for it.
Now, why didn't you just let me think you were buying it for me? Don't you have any romance in your heart?
Lady, as the city lawyers say, that's a leading question.
I thought you'd want to know the stage is pulling out in 10 minutes, Mr. Travis.
Who are you?
Name's Kermody. I'm taking Muller's place. He won't be able to drive for a month.
A little early, aren't you?
I've got 9 minutes to 7.
We'll be ready.
What's the trouble?
This wheel's freezing up.
Why didn't you take care of that back in the West?
This is not my regular run. Muller told me everything was all right, and I figured he'd know.
Isn't there any grease in the coach?
Well, there should be.
Well, take a look at it. What are you trying to do?
Well, I wasn't trying to run away. I wouldn't be here, would I?
You stick with me.
Mind if I stay here while the driver fixes that wheel? I won't see places like this for quite a while if I end up behind bars.
Why didn't you think of that before you got in this mess?
I should have had someone like you around. Suppose they don't put me in jail. Suppose they give me another chance.
I hope they do give you another chance.
Will you help me find that job?
I'll sure think about it.
You'll think about it.
It sure beats all what a woman will do to get her own way. Now, if you really want that job...
Don't stand there grinning at me. Get me out of here.
I'm not grinning at you.
Get me out of here.
You look kind of cute.
I can't travel like this. I'll have to take these clothes off and dry them.
Now, wait a minute.
Will you tell me what else I can do? I'll go behind those bushes. You just stay here.
trap to catch thieves, and you take the risk of losing your bait. In this case, the bait was Mary Bender, a prisoner who made good her escape from the Arizona Rangers within 48 hours after being taken into custody.
You made it.
Did you think I wouldn't? Where now?
Back to Nogales. The boys are still there. You can hold up at Maggie Derwin's place.
How'd you expect us to cover you when you left town a half hour ahead of schedule?
He's supposed to be the driver. He's one of the gang, or they got to him. I don't know which.
I don't belong to any gang.
You're under arrest anyway. Where's the girl, Travis?
She got away. Some of her crowd must have picked her up.
Whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory.
Captain Reining and his men returned to Nogales without their quarry. The wild bunch was still at large, and the Arizona Rangers had lost a prisoner.
I'm willing to bet they came back here.
Why?
For one thing, they're cocky enough to do it, and after what happened, I figured they'd have the edge on us.
It looks like a lot of people around here are willing to agree with them.
I want to stay on the case, Captain.
I think you've been on the case too long. I think we need someone a little smarter on it.
Suit yourself. You're certainly letting everybody know what you think.
Tomorrow you can draw the pay you've got coming to you. You're finished with the Rangers.
Well, Ranger, you couldn't swing it, could you? You got up against some real operators, and look what happened.
Guess what did happen, mister?
They made fools out of you, that's what.
Who told you?
Now, you never mind who told me. I know. They made fools of you.
Not all of us, just me.
He admits it. Didn't I tell you? What did I tell you? The wild bunch makes fools of them. Ranger, you're lucky. You're lucky you got back here with your shirt on. What are you laughing for?
Well, if the thing's funny, it's funny no matter who it happens to.
Well, Ranger, you can't be so bad after all. Any man that can laugh at himself the way you do can't be so bad.
I'm not a ranger anymore.
Well, what do you mean?
I got fired. That's the way of it, mister. I got fired.
You just call me Wally. Any man that can laugh at himself the way you do can call me Wally. And you needn't feel unhappy because they fired you, because you got lots of friends around here. Hey, boy. You see, you don't have to feel unhappy because they fired you.
I'm not unhappy, Wally. I can always go back to punching cows.
Why, sure you can. Well, ain't this a wonderful fellow now? He ain't crying at all. He lost his job, got nothing, and he ain't crying.
I still got one thing, Wally. When that girl got away, she left a dress behind, and I've got it.
That gal's one of the wild bunch. Ain't you got her dress?
That's right.
Oh, don't believe it.
You want to see it? I'll show it to you.
When?
Right now, you just come with me, Wally.
Oh. Well, what do you know about that?
How'd you like to take it to Mary Bender, Wally?
You mean you let me do that? Oh, no, you don't. You ain't going to make a stool pigeon out of me.
I told you I wasn't a ranger anymore, Wally.
Oh, no, not me. Even if I did know where she was.
I guess it got a little dirty back there.
You shouldn't have let that dress get dirty.
How'd you like to take it to the laundry floor, Wally, and just tell the man where to deliver it? And when Mary Bender gets it all clean and nice, it'll be because you did it a favor.
Well, now, I don't mind doing that.
Go ahead.
I want you in Tucson when that train arrives, Harley. There should be a big haul, and if we bring it off, Cassidy said he would come down here with the rest of the bunch.
We've got to get out of town, fast. We're in for trouble if we don't.
Trouble? What kind of trouble?
They just sent my dress to me.
What dress?
The one I left when I ran away from the ranger. It was just delivered to me. That means they know where I'm staying.
You came right over here so they know where we're staying.
All right, I made a mistake. We can still get out of here.
We'd better do it fast. Harley!
Well, we've been wondering when you'd get here.
Stay out of my...
It's all yours. How's the shoulder?
It's all right.
Better take a couple of days and rest up.
Thanks, but I wouldn't know what to do with myself. Captain.
Yes.
I thought you fired me.
That was just part of my plan to trap the Wild Bunch. You didn't take me seriously, did you?
Not seriously enough to come in after my pay.
Miss Bender, you're too young to have much of a record. Maybe I could help somehow.
Don't waste your time doing me any favors, Ranger.
Suit yourself. Take them over and lock them up. She's hard as nails.
And smart, too. She really fooled me.
Well, you were in good company. Delilah fooled Samson, too.
If Delilah looked anything like Mary Bender, I don't blame him.
The glory of 26 men whose courage helped to build the territory. 26 men who saddled up and then rode out to answer duty's call. 26 men who lived to ride again and fight for the rights and the liberty of all. This is the story of 26 men enforcing law within the territory. Praise be the glory of 26 men who rode the Arizona Territory. Ride on, ride on, ride on.
men of the Arizona Rangers encountered a lot of violence that sprang openly from the quarrels of hot-tempered men. But occasionally we found another kind of violence, hidden from the light of day and springing from the twisted souls of men. March 18, 1903, near Buxton, Arizona.
Oh, land sakes! You scared me out of my wits. What are you doing here? What's the matter?
What's the trouble, Travis?
There's been another murder.
Another one?
Old man Watson found the body.
A woman again?
I'm afraid so.
Let's find out about it. She was strangled, all right.
Same as Mary Collins last month. She was on her way home from choir practice, too.
When they found the Collins girl, were the contents of her purse scattered around like this?
Yeah, folks figured the killer dumped her purse out looking for money.
But the killer didn't take Mrs. Norwood's money.
Think the same man killed both of them?
Well, both victims were women. Both were strangled the same way. And both times, the contents of the victim's purse were scattered around. But nothing was taken except the purse itself and a pair of gloves.
Don't add up. Where's any motive?
Some killers don't need a motive.
You mean the killer's a maniac?
That's the only way I can make it add up.
If there was a maniac hanging around, wouldn't somebody have noticed him?
Well, sometimes people who are insane seem to be perfectly normal.
Then it could be anyone in town.
Too many footprints around here to be any help to us. Take a look over there.
Yes, Captain.
Mr. Norwood, I'm sorry about what's happened, and I don't want to bother you. But I wonder if you could answer a few questions.
Captain Reining!
What have you got?
Footprints.
Not bad. Inside corner of the left heel missing. About size 10. Pretty big man, I'd say.
Think we can track him?
I doubt it. But these prints give us plenty to work on. Find the man wearing boots with a heel to match these prints. We've got our killer.
Sam, it's time to get up. Come on, get up, son. Ned's coming down the road.
Thanks, Ma.
Aunt Lucy. Guess what, Aunt Lucy? I'm your stepmother, not your aunt.
I'm sorry, it just sort of slipped out. There's been a lot of excitement uptown. Been another murder. This time it was Mrs. Norwood. Hickey Watson told me about it. Said they found her up
Mrs. Norwood?
Yeah, he said they found her up in the wood right this side of the meadow. Same way they found Mary Collins. Folks think some lunatic did it. You know, like those killings back in Plainview?
I told you never to mention Plainview again.
Oh, gosh, I'm sorry, Ma. I wouldn't have said anything about it if I know it made you so upset.
I'm not upset.
Don't you worry, Ma. I'm not going to let you out of my sight until I catch that fella.
Sam's not feeling well. I think I'll go out and see how he is. Did you go out last night?
No. I mean, I don't think I did.
But your boots are muddy.
I don't remember, Ma. Honest, I don't.
Oh, you never do remember. Sam, what are we going to do?
Was it as bad as last time? Who was it?
Mrs. Norwood.
Mrs. Norwood?
Oh, Sam, I thought if I took you away from Plainview, away from the memories of those other times, you might get better.
I've tried, Ma. I've tried.
Oh, I know you have, son.
I always liked Mrs. Norwood.
You weren't yourself, Sam.
Why do I have to do these things? Why do I have to be this way?
It was the war.
Other men fought in Cuba. If I had any courage, if I wasn't such a coward,
No.
4 people already have died on account of me. There'll be others.
No, don't say that. You're going to get better. I know you will.
Oh, your loving me won't cure me, Ma.
Well, we'll move again. We will. I won't give up. You're all I have in the world.
You have Ned?
No, I married Ned's father to take care of you, and I'm going to go on taking care of you no matter what happens.
Oh, Ma.
What did Mr. Carter say about the sketch?
Never sold a boot like it.
That's a bad break.
Just the opposite. Now we know the man's a newcomer or he can afford to send away for his boots. You got the list ready?
Yeah. These folks moved here within the last year. These others over 2 years ago.
Now we'll check the newer ones first. How do we split them up?
The Elstons, the Betts, and the Paulins live west of town. The Walkers and the Gorhams to the east.
I'll take the last 2, Walker and Gorham. You handle the others. Howdy. Your name Walker?
Yeah, that's right.
Mine's Riding, Arizona Rangers.
Oh, pleased to meet you. You investigating the murder?
Yes, I figure if I see enough people and ask enough questions, I might be able to...
What's the matter? What are you looking at?
Your boots.
Oh, my boots?
Yes, I've been wanting a pair like that for some time. What size do you wear?
Oh, size 8, but I think it'd be too small for you.
Anybody else in the family have the same kind?
Sam's be too big for you.
Sam?
Oh, my stepbrother, Sam Hudson.
Is he around?
Yes, but he's sick in bed. I don't think we can go.
Come on, I'd like to see him.
All right. Ma, someone here wants to see you. Ma.
Yes?
I'm Captain Riding, Mrs. Walker.
The Ranger?
That's right. I wonder if I could talk to your son a moment.
Sam?
Yes.
Well, why do you want to see him?
Just some routine questions.
He's ill and he mustn't be disturbed.
I'm afraid it can't be helped, Mrs. Walker. Where's his room?
It's upstairs, but you...
Thank you. On your horse. I'm taking you in.
I don't know, I tell you. I didn't kill Mrs. Norwood. I don't know anything about it.
Then why did you run away when I came out to question you?
I wasn't running away. I saw you riding after me, and I got scared, that's all.
Oh. You were sick in bed, but you climbed through a window just to go for a ride. Is that it?
What about the footprints by Mrs. Norwood's body? They match your boots perfectly.
You keep saying the same things over and over. I don't know anything about it. I've told you everything I know. Why don't you leave me alone?
Because we want the truth. Mrs. Norwood was carrying this purse when she was murdered. How did it get in your bureau drawer?
I put it there. I found it out by the road.
When?
This morning.
According to your mother, you were in bed all morning.
I got up early, before Ma was awake.
What did you do with Mrs. Norwood's gloves?
I didn't do anything with them. All I found was a purse.
Why don't you quit lying? You killed Mrs. Norwood, and we know it.
I did kill her. I never even went out of the house. Ask Ma, ask Ned. They'll tell you.
We'll ask. Don't worry. In the meantime, Hudson, if you decide to tell us the truth, just sing out.
May I see my son now?
After a few questions.
I've nothing to say except that my boy's innocent.
I can understand your feeling, Mrs. Walker. But we have enough evidence to convict him 100 times over.
Don't believe him, Ma. He's just trying to scare you.
Sam's footprints were found at the scene of the crime. Mrs. Norwood's purse was found in his room. And given time, we'll probably find the gloves.
In addition, he ran away to avoid being questioned. And in the last hour, we've caught him telling lie after lie.
I'll swear he didn't leave the house last night.
A jury might admire a mother's courage and devotion and still not believe her.
If they find him guilty, what'll they do to him?
Well, you know the answer as well as I do.
You mean they'll hang him?
That depends.
Oh, no, they can't hang him. He wasn't himself. He didn't know what...
You'd better tell us the truth, Mrs. Walker.
It was the war. He got some kind of a fever in Cuba, and when he came home, he was so changed, I hardly knew him. He was nervous and short-tempered. He had spells when he'd do things and couldn't remember afterward.
What sort of things?
Strange, cruel things. They weren't a bit like him, and I didn't know what to do.
You could have taken him to a doctor.
Oh, no, I was afraid. His stepfather was dead, and there wasn't money to send him to a place where he'd be treated kindly.
Ma, why didn't you let me know? Maybe I could have helped. When that girl in Plainview was killed and I found her handkerchief in Sam's room, I should have gone to the police, but I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. I just couldn't. Don't cry, Ma. Please don't cry.
I'm to blame for what's happened. Those girls in Plainview, Mary Collins, poor Mrs. Norton. I'm more guilty of murder than he is. I'm the one you should hang.
Mrs. Walker, I don't know what...
All right, Whining, freeze him out. It's Norwood. They're coming for Sam.
You and your mother go out the back way.
But
do as I tell you. Hurry.
Come on, Mom.
We mean business, Whining. We're going to take care of that murdering devil in our own way.
Hanging's too good for him.
Yeah. Do you hear me? Bring Hudson out, or we come in and get him.
Sure, we will. I'd better go out and talk to them before they wreck the place.
Captain, you can't reason with a mob like that.
I'm going to try. Back me up. Tell your friends to go home, Norwood.
We're not leaving till we get the man we come for.
They're going to leave and leave quietly.
After what that fiend did to Ellen, I'm going to see he gets what's coming to him.
He'll get what's coming to him. But it'll be done legally. After a jury hears the facts.
We know the facts. Now get out of our way.
Stay where you are. Travis is inside covering you. Now, I don't know who he's aiming at, but if this place isn't cleared by the time I count 3, I'll order him to shoot.
You're bluffing.
You know better than that. 1, 2. He could be aiming at you. Do you think it's worth it?
Let the law do its own dirty work.
I know exactly how you feel, Mr. Norwood, but it has to be this way.
That was sure close.
Won't be so easy next time.
Next time?
What do you think's going to happen when they find out the law doesn't hang a man who's insane?
They'll tear this place apart.
We've got to get Hudson out of here. Put the handcuffs on him and take him around the back. I'll get the horses.
What'd Ma tell you? I was home all night, wasn't I?
Oh, she told the truth.
The truth? I won't go to an asylum. I won't be locked up with a bunch of lunatics.
Hold out your hands.
What for?
We're taking you away.
No!
How'd it happen?
I guess I got careless.
How do you feel?
Like cutting my throat.
You can't have much of a start. Round up a posse. He'll probably head for his ranch.
Ranch?
If he figures on hiding out, he'll need food and clothes. Come on.
Hello, Ned.
Hello, Sam. How'd you get here?
What do you got in your hand?
Nothing.
Looks like a pair of woman's gloves. Are they Mrs. Norwood's?
Yeah, I just found them. You must have left them there last night.
I saw you walk direct to that wood box. That means you knew they were there.
How would I know?
Because you put them there. That means you killed Mrs. Norwood.
No.
It's been you all the time, not me.
No, wait, Sam.
Why else would you lie about finding those gloves? You're the killer.
No, wait, Sam. I couldn't help it. Honest, I couldn't help it. I couldn't help killing all those women. Something inside of me made me do it. It was like being sick, like living in a nightmare.
What kind of a nightmare do you think I've been living in?
Ma wouldn't think twice about turning me in. I knew she'd protect you.
Go on.
Well, after I found out how I was, I took to wearing your clothes, and then I drugged you so you wouldn't wake up.
Oh, that's why I couldn't remember.
Sam, it was the only way. I knew Ma'd find out sooner or later, and I was afraid she'd put me away.
Oh, I ought to kill you.
No.
Don't worry. I'm turning you over to Reining.
That's not the answer either, Sam.
I think it is. Get moving.
If you turn me in, it'll be your word against mine. And the evidence still points to you.
Oh, are you?
Kill me, and you'll have one more murder on your hands. And with me dead, who'll take care of Ma? I've still got you, Sam.
Stay where you are.
Sam, there's only one thing for you to do. Just keep on running. Now go on, while you still have the chance.
I'm turning you in. Maybe they won't believe me at first, but...
Captain Riney?
Yes.
It was accident. Tried to get gun away from Sam.
Don't waste your strength talking.
Lots to say. Not much time.
You lie here quiet. I'll go for a doctor.
No, wait. I killed Mrs. Norwood, Captain. I killed all the others, too. It was me, not Sam.
You did?
Yeah. Always hated Sam. Ma loved Sam, not me. I guess there's no use hating Sam now, though, is there?
No.
I knew Ma would protect Sam. So, when I found out how I was, I made her think that Sam was the one. I took to wearing his clothes. I drugged him. And then
Don't be a fool, Hudson. We got you trapped.
There's your answer.
I'm going to give you one more chance to give yourself up. If you don't take it, we're coming after you.
You can't reason with a maniac.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Johnson, you and Williams move up when I do. Rest of you men keep them pinned down. Ready?
All right, now the rest of you. Hudson, if you don't come out with your hands up by the time I count 3, we're going to rush you. 1, 2, 3. All right, Ben, let's...
Wait, Travis! He's innocent.
What?
His brother confessed.
You don't act very innocent.
Hold your fire, Sam. Everything's all right. Your brother confessed.
My brother's dead. I killed him.
Before he died, he told me everything.
You're lying. It's a trick. You don't get me that easy.
He's off his rocker. What'll we do?
Let him stay there till he calms down.
He's wounded, you know.
Bad?
No way of telling.
Then we'll have to get him out of there. Listen to me, Sam. You're innocent. Nobody's going to hurt you.
You're lying!
Sam, I'm taking my gun belt off. I'm coming over to have a talk with you.
Captain, he'll kill you.
I'm betting he won't.
Don't come any closer.
You're not a very good shot, are you, Sam?
Next time I'll kill you. Stay back.
You're no killer, Sam. You didn't kill those women, and you're not going to kill me.
Nobody's going to lock me up. I'm not spending the rest of my life in an asylum.
That's what I've been trying to tell you. Now put down the gun.
No.
Go ahead and use it.
All right. I will. I can't.
It's all right, Sam.
Everything's going to be all right, son.
Ned, did they tell you?
It was an accident. What happened wasn't your fault.
Then I'm free?
We're both free.
Oh, Ma.
It was March 20, 1903, and I was 2 days overdue at headquarters.